My name's Dazza.
My name's Daniel.
My name is Omar.
And welcome to the Totally Pointless Podcast, the podcast that you guessed it is full of pointless topics and pointless people. On today's episode, we are discussing
What we used to want to be when we were younger.
the most weirdest food combo you've ever experienced.
And what grinds your gears?
Let's get right in about it. Oh, what an episode we have got today, boys. What an episode we have got today, right now. Our first topic right now. Everybody's got an answer to this. Because if you don't, what were you doing as a Wayne, right?
Yeah.
What did you want to be when you were growing up as a child, right? When you were at that prime age of, 12, 10, 11, 9, 10, whatever the hell you want to be, right? And you're sitting there thinking, going, do you know what? I'm going to be an astronaut. What did you want for that? What did you want when you were growing up? Daniel, I'm going to throw it to you. I want to hear from you first because I feel like yours is going to be maybe pretentious, but I'll let you do it.
Alright, okay. Well, the farthest back that I can remember is probably not that young. Like, I don't really remember when I was properly young if I wanted to, be a cowboy or an astronaut, that kind of thing. But I think the furthest back I can think of in terms of like an actual sort of career goal, I guess, was I used to want to be a cartoonist, like a character designer for cartoons and
That's pretty
comics and
cool.
things.
That's pretty cool.
That's the earliest memory I have. Then I think that progressed to wanting to be a car designer.
Bloody hell.
It's kind of weird.
That's awesome.
But not in a terribly advanced way. I was young enough that all I was doing was drawing like the profile of a car shape.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know anything about cars or engines, or I wasn't at all mechanically inclined. And after that, I distinctly remember having this moment when I was younger and sort of like looking around the room and being like, every single thing that I can see in this room has been designed by somebody. I was like,
So let's start that Disney
bookshelf,
film.
someone designed that
you,
bookshelf.
You were
or
taking magic
that
mushrooms
book
at a
cover,
very young age.
Someone designed. It does sound like it, doesn't it? But I
Just look
actually,
about it.
this is like,
His parents come in, they're like, oh my god, he's
Everything was designed.
but this is honestly like a really clear memory I have in my head. Like looking at the book covers on the bookshelves or the dining table, the chairs, like just everything
pretty
around
cool.
me. I was like, somebody at some point designed that. So
Yeah.
there must be a lot of jobs if you want to be a product designer because everything needs designed.
Yeah.
So that's I think maybe the clearest one.
So you wanted to be involved in art in some way from like a very young
I think
age.
always, yeah, as far back as I can remember, really.
And you're doing that now.
Then it kind of went almost full circle, I guess, in a way, because I went from that to then when you start going through school, then you get opened up to actual proper vocational degrees and things like that. And that's when I wanted to become an architect. That's what I studied. But then I kind of moved away from that and came back to something that I believe was more creative, and that's how I got into graphic design, which is more like illustrating and designing, so it's much closer to product design and or cartoons and things. So it's kind of all sort of spun back around.
See, every so often, do you just still just sit in a room somewhere that you've never been in before and just kind of look at everything and go,
Do you know what? I actually
everything's
do.
been designed in here?
I actually do. It's kind of weird. If you like in a restaurant or a shop, or it is a weird thing. Like if you're walking just down a street, every shop front, every sign, every
Everything,
shop
everything's been
logo,
designed by somebody
the
or
window
something.
displays, like everything in the window displays being designed, like the specific shelves, the specific like hipster mannequins or whatever. Like there's a lot of design around when you stop and think about it.
Yeah, that's true. That
sounds
is true.
really geeky, but
That's awesome. Mine is definitely not like yours.
you wanted to be like a rapper, probably, didn't you?
No. I wanted to be... So you don't have it here, okay? This is very Middle Eastern, but at the gas station, you have the people that put the gas in your car for you. Instead of you don't get out and do it yourself. You have somebody do it for you. And these guys used to have a huge float of cash, right? Because you obviously pay, so then they have to take out the money and stuff. And I used to be in awe of how much money they had, right? Dude, it was probably like 50 pounds, but it was in like single like pounds or stuff. So it looked like a lot, and I was like, I want to walk around with this much money. Like, this is what I want to be when I grow up. I want to be a gas station guy, so I could just have all the money in my... Because these guys, I would get so excited going to the gas station. Because I just would love seeing the guys take out this wad of cash. Dude, it literally looked like... For those of you who can't see, I have tissue paper that is like pound notes type thing. And it looks like a lot. This is what it looked like. And this is what it looked like to them, and they would just be like that. And I'm like, dude, I want to do that when I grow up. So that's what I wanted to be when I was a kid.
This sounds very much like you. Like your earliest aspiration was just to hold money. Like,
yeah, that's true.
This is just your Omar Gets Cash character. You just want money.
Yeah, that is true.
So basically, what you're saying is, growing up, you wanted to work in retail.
No. Because
But it is though.
Have a cash flow. Yeah.
That's all you wanted, just a cash flow. I mean, you could have got a job. It literally, when I worked in Cineworld, I done some like random wee supervisor things here and there, and it was to take the cash flow from one place and put it in another place. It's like 200 quid.
But they had
when
money.
You're walking about,
they had money in their pockets. I wanted it in my pocket. I didn't want it in a cash register. I also wanted to be a cash register person because of the buttons. I used to love the buttons.
So mate, you should work in retail. You would love it.
I worked in retail for like a year. I didn't like it because I couldn't touch any money.
Or you could just be one of these like bathroom attendants at a club or a restaurant where you just stand there with all your tips.
Yeah. I'll look into that.
That would suit you actually. You just stand with a collection of colognes. Like that would be so you.
He would do that for free.
I would. To be honest, I like educating people on cologne because I've done that with you, Daniel, quite a few times.
Yeah.
Like I've brought you down whenever you pick me up. I brought you down some cologne to try out and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'll look into it. To be honest.
Damn, we found your new path.
Yeah. What about you?
Right, so...
This guy wanted to be like a Disneyland character or something.
So no. Right.
He hates
literally
kids, so
cannot...
that wouldn't work for him.
Yeah, true.
Exactly, I know. I need to work in like the IT department or something where like you don't go outside, you just stay and look at a computer all day. So, I don't have a single memory growing up at all of like what I wanted to be, like what used to be like a police or a firefighter or an astronaut. Like I had nothing. I genuinely just, do you know, how I was like as a Wayne is how I'm like now. I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah, you're that kind of person. Happy-go-lucky.
Just low maintenance. Do you know what? If it happens, it happens. Right? I'm all Gucci. But
I can see that.
I do remember kind of like later memories, like secondary school memories, because that's when I started to be like, hang on a minute, I should probably try and come up with something, like maybe try and do some kind of job, and then so I looked in to the cultural representative program at Walt Disney World.
Oh, seriously. So we were close.
Yeah.
So I'm not even kidding on, for like maybe 2.5 years of my life I was obsessed with getting into this program, right? And they don't just let anybody in, right? Because it's Mickey Mouse we're talking about here, right? It's not just it's as much as you like to take the rip out of it, right? It's a well-established company. It's Disney, right? So they're not just going to let some wee randomer for Glasgow in. So the first year I applied and they were like, big man, no, it's not happening, mate. Go away. That's me and you. This isn't going to work, right? And then second year I applied, I got through to like the next kind of stage, and then they said to me, oh, we've seen it in your application. This was like, I think maybe like just before college, so it had just finished 6th year in the school. That summer in between, where there was just kind of nothing, they sent back to me. So I'd applied at the end of school. They sent back, oh, we've seen it in your application. Oh, by the way, you're through like to the first stage, but we've seen in your application that there was no university thing on it, like you didn't put any uni stuff on it. And then I was like, oh no, that's because I've just left school. I've not actually went to university yet. And because at that time I was still planning to go. And they was like, oh right, there's been a mistake. You shouldn't have got through to that next stage because you need to have a university credit to come into the program, because you need to show that you've spent time all that nonsense, like that you've spent 4 years doing one thing and all that. And I was heartbroken, man. I was nearly grieving.
Do you think that would be the same case now because of how things have changed, where it's like, well, we don't really need a uni degree anymore?
I don't know.
Because that was how many years ago?
Sure.
How many years ago was that?
God, well, it'd have been after 6 years, so, at least 5 years, because I met Emma in college, so, about 5 years ago.
I wonder if that's still the same.
I don't know. I think it probably would be, because it's still a commitment thing. It's still like, oh, you can go to uni for 4 years, even though, I mean, that's a load of nonsense, absolutely. I mean, I went to uni for 3 months. Do you think that would? I'm sure they'd let me in. Disney,
sure
Disney, if you're watching, because I know Disney love your content. We're actually on Disney Plus next week, by the way, just to let you all know. But I hope Disney, just take me, just please
take him.
So there is. Let's see this next topic. I swear to God, I know you two are going to come up with something, and it will not be that weird. But mine's.
See this one. I know you're gonna own it. I don't really have any weird. Like the thing is, I'm very picky when it comes to food, and I have to be careful with what I eat just because if I like the other day I tried broccoli in a stir fry and almost threw up. It's the same with mushrooms.
Broccoli is good in a stir fry.
Not to me, it's not. So I was literally gagging. I wrecked my entire meal. So I'm very careful. Like the most bizarre thing I've ever had, probably, which isn't that bizarre, is like French fries with hummus and bread with hot sauce.
That's so tame.
That to me is like the weirdest food combo I've ever had. I'm very, very like. If it's pizza, it has to just be like margarita pizza. If it's burger, it has to just be a plain burger. It can't really be anything inside it.
Are you saying you've never ever like had this weird experimental moment where you've been like, oh, I wonder what
Honestly, no. I swear to God, I have been thinking about this for like a week. Even though we came up with these questions yesterday.
I find this quite a hard topic as well to think of things.
Yeah, it's like I know with you, everything you eat is very strange because you eat like very rich people food. So. Like, to the rest of the world, your food choices are strange.
To the rest of the world, yeah, it's not strange to me.
But with me, like, I'm very like very bland with my food. As long, like, I like a lot of Indian food, but even then, I don't really have any weird. I mean, okay, I make egg curry. I don't know if that's a weird food combination.
Egg curry?
I don't think that sounds weird.
I'm pretty sure in Thailand or India, it's quite a big. Like it's quite a no. I think probably in India it's a very well-known dish, but to most people they're all like, what the hell? But to me that's probably the weirdest food combination I've ever had, which I cooked.
Egg curry or chips and hummus?
I would probably go for the egg curry. Chips and hummus. It's one of those ones not many people know, but I remember. Sorry, I'll keep it to like less than a minute because I know you have like a good one, but. When I was, once again, I lived in the Middle East. I'll probably say that 100 times, but most of my stories come from...
Oh, did you stay in the Middle East? I had the idea.
Yes.
I thought you were American.
No. The Middle East is next to America, though. But, like, I had a lot... All my friends were from the UK, right? Scotland and stuff, because I went to British school. So I remember we were in a shisha cafe, you know, like the hookah, like hubbly bubbly. And they serve food there as well. So I always ordered hummus, French fries, and bread. And one of my friends, Nyala, she's from Scotland. She tried it as well, and dude, I swear to God, like the next day I went there, her and all of her friends were doing the exact same thing. It was so cool, and they were all like really digging it. So I kind of made it a bit of a trend for like a day.
I think for it to become a trend, it needs to be in a couple of days.
No, shut up. I was 15.
One day doesn't count as a trend.
You watch your mouth, buddy. Right, your turn.
Well, see, should I go next?
I
think you'll probably have some good answers to this.
I'm more curious as to what Daniel's got to say. I think we all are.
Mine were not very. I really struggled actually to think of things. I've got one which is chips as well. This isn't something that I would do per se, but there was like this weird time when I was younger at school. Chips and ice cream. Dude,
that's actually a thing. That's a thing.
Did kids ever do that in your school?
Actually, me and Rebecca were talking about this yesterday. Because she we were talking about things that would go well with chips, and she mentioned ice cream.
Yeah, because it was weird. People would always, you know, when you get your school dinners on those trays,
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
compartments, like back in the day. Yeah, people would always be dipping their chips in the ice cream, and I thought that was weird as heck. But
See,
it got
if
even weirder.
somebody had done that in front of me, I would punish them.
No, because it's sweet and salt,
Yeah.
so it kind of works.
No.
It's so weird, but
No.
it got even weirder. I tell you, it got even weirder when I got older. Secondary school.
I tell you.
I tell you. This is just to make sure you didn't keep talking. The people would dip their McDonald's chips into their
Yeah, that's a thing as well. I was gonna mention that after the.
Aye.
Yeah, that's a thing
as well?
too.
Well, I would say that's pretty
It
darn
is.
weird. Like, what chips in a strawberry milkshake? Why on earth? What would possess you to do that? Seriously, that's a weird
See, to
combination.
put a salty chip into oh no, that's just not right. You can't be
It's
doing that.
weird.
You can't.
It's-
See if you do that and you're watching this. I don't care if you lose a viewer. Turn this off. You don't get to watch this or listen to this. It's not happening anymore. That's just
You've
not
just
right.
ruined your chips and you've just ruined
Yeah.
your milkshake.
Because then if you go to drink the milkshake, you've got bits of salt in the milkshake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
No.
good.
No,
It's
that's not right. That's not
But
right.
those are just those are random things that I've encountered. Like that's not things that I do or that I eat. So I don't know. Does that count for this topic? Probably.
Yeah, that's.
Who cares? It's our podcast, mate. We make the rules.
I guess we can do what we want. Yeah.
Right. No.
The grand finale.
The
See,
absolute
it's probably going to come
best.
out with some really normal stuff. To be honest,
Probably.
it's going to be like vegetables.
Humus. Humus.
You trigger me when you say that. I'm about to throw this laptop
So-
out of my window.
That's alright, don't do that, because then it would be quite hard to finish the podcast. So I think, right, I was thinking about this, right, even though we only realised that we were going to be doing these questions this morning, I've been thinking about it for a good while, just the same as Omar, and it always comes back to the exact same dish for me, right? I call it a dish, it's something, it really is something. It's, no, picture the scene, right, you're in Asda, right, or other supermarkets, all are available. Do you know what I keep on fixing my camera. Do you know, see the people that are watching this, you just keep on seeing me reaching out. It's because I need to fix it because the sun wants to
I've been
decide
doing
to
the
come
exact same thing.
out. But I've been like interacting with people every time I do it. I'm like for people listening, I stuck up my thumb. Right, so this dish, I honestly think there is nobody else in the world has made this, because nobody else in the world is me, right? So I went to Asda one day. Before I started going out with Emma, before she like either moved in, like one of the options, right, whatever you want to pick, I would spend maybe £30 when I stayed myself in Paisley. Paid £30, that would last me a whole month, right? See, for food, because I would buy 30 ready meals, and I'd be sorted at £1 each, right? 30 days,
God.
£1 ready meals. We're sorted. Jesus Christ, this sun! Oh my days! Right, so then what we done is I would buy a £1 pizza for Asda, right? And then I would literally like the frozen ones that are like with the polystyrene
Yeah.
thing at the bottom. Like the absolutely awful ones. Nothing on it either, by the way, just cheese, right? And then I would buy the £1 chicken curry,
Ooh.
right? No, hang on. Just Daniel, you're
I like this.
You look like a
like
non-believer,
this.
Daniel. You look like a non-believer. Right? Oh no, Omar, you won't
Okay.
when you hear it, right? So, and then we turn it back up because the sun's went away. Yeah. and then, I would. So by the way, the ready meal was microwavable, right? So it wasn't like you had to put it in the oven for 40 minutes. It was one of these ones. If you put it in the oven, the plastic would have melted away. So you put the pizza into the oven, right? You'd let that cook away, maybe 10-15 minutes just before it was ready, right? You'd put your chicken curry into the microwave, and then as it all came out the microwave, came out the oven all at the same time. Oh my god! So you put your pizza on a plate, right? You cut it first into like your traditional just up and then across. So you'd need to do it up, across, diagonal, like counter diagonal. You'd need as many slices as possible, because for the next step, it was going to be really hard to pick up a slice, right? So you put your pizza there, you cut it, you do what you want, you cut it however you want it, and then your chicken curry microwavable meal, you then pour into the middle of the plate. So you've got your chicken curry. You know how when you eat soup, right, and you've got bread, you dip your bread in, you dip your bread in, and you've ran out of your bread, and then you just eat your soup. It's the exact same thing, right? So you put the chicken curry on, you eat the slices with the chicken curry on it, and the cheese pizza obviously. You eat all of that. Once you've ate the pizza, you're then left with a snack of chicken curry at the end.
That's really nice.
That was a really long-winded way of saying you just had pizza with chicken curry.
I had to make up the time.
That's quite nice, dude. I'm not gonna lie, that's quite nice.
Whoa, that's bright.
Also, I thought you said £1 per ready meal for 30 days, 30 ready meals. But you just
But Daniel, hold on
That
though.
doesn't work.
But Daniel, you need to remember, I've got the stomach of a 4-year-old, right? So I can go days without eating, and I'll be fine. See if you say to me, Daniel, Daniel, no, but you need to remember, when I say a stomach of a 4-year-old, I mean this 4-year-old, right? I don't mean a normal 4-year-old Daniel, I mean a 4-year-old who grew up like me with my diet, right? Because at 4, I was fine. I was nae bother. I had nae issues. I can see if you say to me now, Daniel, by the way, you cannot eat for the next 2 days. I'd be like, Daniel, mate, bring it on, man. Bring it on. I would not die because I have evolved and there is nothing you can say about it. Now that brings us on. I'm getting all hot and bothered because I'm talking about what grinds my gears. Do you know who grinds my gears, Daniel? You grind my gears, right?
Well, that was going to be one of my answers. You grind my gears.
Oh, right. Do you know what does grind my gears? I'm not going to tell you. I want you to tell me.
Okay, are you ready for this?
I don't know, I might be.
Are you ready for this? Okay, this does not involve any of you guys. So, this involves my cousin Yanis. I hope you're watching this. I am name dropping you. And my 2 best childhood friends, Yamin and Yasser. These guys, I love you all so much, were the worst when it came to time management and letting me know when they were running 2 hours late after telling me to wait outside my house because they were on the way. Okay? So, every weekend, one of them would pick me up. Yanis had a driver, and then Yamin and Yasser either had a driver or they were driving. And we'd always go to parties together and stuff, right? So, I'm ready at 9 o'clock at night. These guys, I swear to God, once, right, I heard Yamin. I called him. It was 9 o'clock, and he said he was going to be at my place at 9. I called him at 9:30, 9:45, because I knew at that point they were late, you know? This guy goes, yeah, bro, I'm in the car. I'm almost there. I'm at the traffic lights. He lives about 5 minutes away from me. I could hear the echo from his house when he was talking to me. I could hear the echo from his bathroom.
It's on the toilet.
So this happened every week. But then this one time, Yanis, he lives about maybe 45 minutes away from my house. And he was picking me up. It was, I think, maybe 5 o'clock. He said he was going to be at mine at 5:30. It's 6:15. I call him up. He's like, yo, man, I'm almost there. Don't worry, we're at the lights. Always the lights, because the lights were right next to my house. He's sitting right next to my mom, because she's at his place, hanging out with his mom. Time management. Once my cousin here, 2 o'clock, I was meant to meet him in town. Dude, he didn't turn up till 3:30. I just left. He calls me up. I went back home. He calls me. He's like, yo, bro, where are you? I'm like, I waited for you for an hour and you're not there. So I just went home. Sorry, I didn't tell you. It's not like you never mentioned it to me that you were late. So one thing I hate, is when people are late, like super late, and they don't tell you in advance they're going to be late. Why did I wake up at X o'clock to get ready, to be ready at the time you told me when you're not going to do that? Don't tell me that. I will go to the party myself.
I'm laughing because I'm laughing because like I slept in this morning and you are moaning about time management and
No, now I'm not bothered. I don't care because I'll do my own thing. But see, when you're a teenager, you're going to that party because there's that girl that you really have a crush on, and you're hoping you get there early so that she's there. Otherwise, you're afraid that she might leave, and then what's the point of going to the party? I'd rather stay home and play Need for Speed Underground and eat KFC. So then when you turn up 2 hours late, I could have gone earlier by myself. I'm happy going to a party by myself. I don't need to go with other people. I can go by myself.
he can go by himself.
Yeah, this is organization and communication. I totally get that. I hate when you're trying to meet up with someone. Dazza actually rescued me from this one time. I don't know if you remember. When I had plans, I'm not going to name drop, but I had plans to meet up with someone to go see a film.
I remember that.
I had to travel in, so I'd got ready quite a bit in advance, traveled in slightly early, just to be around.
I do that
like
as
to
well.
Be early. I hate being late. I like to be early, and I'm like messaging him, not replying. He's not replying, and then he's like, "Oh, I went out last night.
Oh no,
I've
man!
only just woken up. Can we not do this today?" And I was like, "Are you kidding? I'm in town already." But it just so happened, coincidentally, that Dazza messaged me, being like, "Oh, you're free? Do you want to go see a film?" And I was like,
Yeah.
Well,
going in.
actually.
So
That's pretty.
it actually
That's
worked
pretty
out.
cool.
And I mean, it actually didn't work out that well because the film.
What was it? What was
terrified me
it?
to my
Oh
core
my God,
and,
it was
haunted me for weeks.
Oh god, yeah.
Hereditary.
I could not. handle
Wait, what
that.
was worse? The fear of the movie or the fear that this guy like bailed on you and you had to go on your own?
Long term, the movie was worse.
No, my gear grinding thing, right? It's not even that. It's not like that specific. It's just one thing that really just annoys me, right? No, it's used to have been this person before, but I think we've all been this person, right? Every so often, we've all been this person, 100%.
Yeah, no.
I don't know what's coming.
Oh, you two know what's coming because you two have been definitely this person. Everybody
Have you
has
been
been
this
this
person?
person, but it's when I've been 100%. I am this person, but but it's at the same time you need to see, as long as you know that you've been that person,
Right.
then it's all right. Then it's fine. If you know that you've been that person in
So
that
hold
moment,
on.
and then maybe
Everyone pay
an hour
attention
later,
to me and Daniel's faces.
and if you're listening, it's going to be sheer disgust. So it's when you know that you've been this person that's when it's all right that you're allowed to be this person every so often, right? This person, it really grinds my gears, right? If you are high maintenance, right? High maintenance. When I say high maintenance, I mean that sometimes Daniel will send me a message and he'll go, "So when are we going to film this week?" And I'm like, Daniel, bro, man. Let's just chill, let's just take it easy, right? I didn't know what I wanted to be growing up. Do you honestly think I know what time we're going to need to be filming this?
Well, that
This
grinds
is
my
every
gears
week.
as
This is
well.
every week.
No plans. Lack of planning. Can't
So-
handle that.
So Daniel, man, my friend, my bro, my hombre, right? My hummus eating pal. Just chill. Everything's all good, right? And then Omar, I'll send a message to Omar and I'll be like, "Omar, mate, have you got that edit done yet?" And then at that point, I'll be the high maintenance person. I'll be that guy. But it's fine because I know I'm that guy. I can admit to it. It's when you don't admit to it, right?
Well, I can admit to it. I'm high maintenance as heck.
Oh, see, there you go. You are a saint, not a sinner, in my book.
How am I a high man? I don't understand how I'm
That's what
high
he said.
maintenance.
I wasn't
Omar
funny.
is not high
No. He is really annoying to high maintenance people. Which then,
So you're just saying Omar is what grinds your gears then?
because I'll send Omar a message, I'll be in high maintenance mode. I'll be like, Omar, mate, Omar, man, come on. I know you're eating your hummus, but we need to have this edit done. And he'll be like, bro. He'll be like me when I speak to Daniel. He'll be like, bro, man, mate, LMAO, chill, man. I'm just doing nothing at the minute, so I can't quite get to your issues and edit your video. I'm doing literally nothing. So much nothing that if I turn on my laptop and start editing, I might be doing something, so I can't do that. Right? So Omar is really annoying to people like me and people like Daniel. But as long as me and Daniel know It's long.
Because I've been edited.
As long as
this
we-
Dazza Prime video.
I know.
Come on.
Although I'm
It's
waiting
Wednesday.
for you because you have to convert Daniel's video for me because it doesn't show up on my laptop.
Now you tell me. Now you tell me midway through the week.
Oh man.
Oh, for God's sake.
So
Man,
to
you talk
answer
so much, honestly.
to answer the question, what grinds your gears? I would say Omar and Daniel.
I like that.
That's about
That's
it.
cute.
I knew it. If you've still got time, I just have a list of things. I'm not going to talk about them very
Oh,
much.
just
but
okay.
I'll
We've
just
got
list
time.
them. I'm just going to list them for you. Because when you said grind your gears, I just thought, pet peeves. So just like small little daft things that just bug me. One, people walking slowly.
Oh my
man.
god!
People walking
Supermarket.
slowly. The worst. Yep. This is one. Omar, you'll like this one. I wrote down
Yeah.
Papyrus
Oh
and Comic
god,
Sans
no.
fonts.
No, especially at a shop. Oh, dude.
Oh mate, no.
Hate that.
I love
Hate
Comic
that.
Sans. I love Comic Sans.
I've written there, there, and
That's
there.
a Darren thing. That's a
Oh,
Dazza thing. Bro. That's a
THEREs.
Dazza thing.
And your. That's very much a Dazza thing.
Yeah.
And
But-
apostrophes in general. People misusing apostrophes. And then I got two clothes related ones.
Okay.
Ties that are too short. Bugs the heck out of me. And hoods that are inside out.
Yeah.
Oh,
See when you
Yeah,
see someone
yeah.
who's got a jacket or a hoodie and their hood's like popped inside out.
Right.
If I'm walking behind someone, I'm like, can I?
You should do that, and if they catch you, be like,
You wanna
"Oh, sorry, I
fix it?
just want to stroke your hair." It'll be less weird.
because that's the
that
thing
might
you
be
would
worse.
say.
Those are good ones.
I think you'd be better off just saying.
Those
I
are
was
good
just
ones.
fixing your
Yeah,
hair,
the
mate.
walking slowly one, especially at the supermarket. I was there yesterday, bro. People were having
Yeah.
conversations in the middle of the aisle. I avoided 5 aisles.
It's worse now,
I
because
avoided
we have to stay
5.
2
I ended
meters
up
away.
going all around the supermarket to get to the till. Oh man.
It's
Yes.
actually it's much harder now when you go to socially distant, or
Yeah.
when you get caught between the person ahead of
Yeah.
you who's walking super slow, but the person behind you is walking
Yeah.
super fast, and you're just like
Or when there's two slow people take
Oh,
up the
dude.
whole pavement,
the whole pavement.
and you can't go round them, because if you go round them, you're on the road and you'll die. Or if you go round the left, you'll
Yeah.
you'll be the rude one. You'll be the one that's considered the rude guy. But aye, right. So what grinds your gears? I'm gonna say Omar
nice.
and Daniel, definitely, 100%. Just they two, and slow people. But I mean, for Daniel's list, we've established that he is indeed high maintenance.
Yes,
This has been
exactly.
This is this has been the Totally Pointless Podcast. If you want to submit your pointless topics to the Pointless Podcast, I don't know, leave a comment, send a message, send an owl or a letter. I don't care either way. I'm not even going to read them anyway. This has been me, Dazza.
Oh, we don't usually do this. Daniel.
We don't. But you know what? I was like, let's throw it in, because why no? I hope you've enjoyed it. Even if you've no, I don't care. We'll see you next time.
Adios.
Say bye, folks.
Ta-ra.
If you're listening, we're waving.